Of course, you may have a long list of that. We don't have the luxury of the time to listen to all, but for you, what is the most memorable dive here in the Philippines? Let's start with Gatsi.
That's really that's a huge long list. Um, uh, so just off the top of my head, one of the most memorable dives would probably be a dive I did in May of 2010 in Monad Shoal, in off Malapascua. I remember that dive really well because from the moment we got down, um, we had it wasn't even really particularly early, but we had mantas and thresher sharks on 3 different cleaning stations, and I was just going back and forth to every different cleaning station. A manta would come in, a thresher would come in, and then at the end of that dive, I remember doing my deco on the line, and then underneath the line, we were being circled by devil rays. It was just like, it was nonstop. I looked at the images I took from that dive, and there was not, in every minute of that dive, I was taking some sort of an image of either a manta or a thresher shark. It was crazy. Yeah. Oh, and definitely I remember that.
How about you, Bo? What's your most memorable dive here in the Philippines?
I'd like to cite out 2 dives, 2 memorable dives of pre-pandemic and post-pandemic. So, we'd go to Tubataha almost every season for the past how many years. And last year, I was lucky enough to spot this hammerhead, and it was going alongside the wall, and I decided to follow it. It wasn't that deep. I turn around, and there's a whale shark. I'm sorry, there's a tiger shark right behind me. The second it sees me, it makes a Yui, and I look up, and there's a whale shark circling from above. That had to be like a pretty awesome 5 minutes of that dive. Post-pandemic, since we've been locked down, the silver lining is I've gotten time to explore other little hidden gems on the island of Cebu. And I found a spot that is very, very similar to Tubataha. Or no, I'm sorry. I was shown a spot that's very similar with the amount of diversity, the thickness of the coral on top, and there's sharks. There's sharks there too, so which is rare outside of the park. So we do see black tips on every dive, and every so often we see a whale shark pass by through that place. So this one spot, this one dive that we did there, we saw all of that. So very, very cool diving out here.
How about you, Lynn?
Oh, well, Bo showed me my first thresher sharks, and I did the happy dance. And Gutsy took me blackwater diving for the first time, and I'm still addicted to that. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. And probably the most amazing dive was off Jesse Beasley in Tubataha in a school of tuna so thick I could not see through them, and I was almost afraid I would be sliced by their tails. I mean, we're talking 1978. I mean, I've never been in a school as big of those as that, and that was pretty exciting.